All right, the last little thing we're going to talk about in section 3.3 are horizontal and vertical lines. We haven't quite talked about those yet, and the equations for horizontal and vertical lines look a little bit different than the linear equations we've talked about, the ax plus by equals c. Now, if you think about a vertical line, it's going to only touch the x-axis, unless it's on top of the y-axis. It is only going to touch the x-axis. It's never going to go over there and touch the y. So you're never going to have a y equals. That means our vertical line has an equation, x equals, and then wherever you touch the x-axis. So for example, if I have the equation x equals 3, then that means I'm going to have a vertical line that only touches and is only ever equal to x equals 3. It's never going to be equal to y. It's going to be a vertical line that touches at x equals 3, 0. All right, so think about a horizontal line. A horizontal line is never going to go down and touch the x-axis, or go up and touch the x-axis if it were below it. That means it's never going to have an x equals. So an equation for a horizontal line looks like this: y equals, and then whatever it touches the x at, 0, b. So let's graph a few lines that don't quite look like y equals mx plus b or ax plus by equals c. Look at example number 3. It asks us to graph y equals 5. Now it's not a point because they didn't give it to me as an ordered pair. It's still an equation of a line. But where do you think this line is at? Well, it says y equals 5. So that means I know it at least equals 5 on the y. So I can make a dot there. And it doesn't ever say x equals. So it's never going to equal x. It's never going to go down and touch the x-axis. So how do you think we would have to draw the line so that it equals 5 on the y, but never goes down and touches the x? Well, this is going to be a horizontal line at y equals 5. Okay, so what about b? X equals 5 halves. This one's a little bit tricky because they gave us a fraction. So you might want to figure out and determine what 5 halves is as a decimal so that you can more appropriately estimate how to graph this. 2 goes into 5 twice with 1 left over, so we have 2.5 or 2.5. So this really says x equals 2.5. So I know it's going to equal 2.5, that x is going to equal 2.5, but it doesn't have a y. It's never going to equal y. So how do you think we're going to draw the line now so that x equals 2.5, but never equals y? It looks like this one's going to be a vertical line. It's going to be a vertical line that touches at x equals 2.5. So anytime I have a y equals number, it's a horizontal line. And if I have an x equal to a number, it's going to be a vertical line wherever it touches the x-axis. Make sure that you can practice graphing all different types of lines: horizontal, vertical, any type of linear equation.